Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, November 2nd. If you haven't been keeping up with the stream, I've been going live every single morning at the market open, so 8:30 a.m. Central, and I've just been having an absolute blast with all the people that have been on stream with me. The setups, actually, the entire October was simply fantastic. The setups were completely on fire. I had ended up having just one red day in all of October, which was on Monday, actually. And the only reason that I was negative for that day is I took a trade live on stream and I literally got knocked out by a tick. And that's the only loss, or I should say the only loss that led me to a red day in all of October. So I'm going to update all of the weekly bands. It's about 3 minutes before the market opens, so we should see some volatility here. It's a Sunday open. I'm going to update all my weekly bands. I'm going to give you guys some new tradable levels for this coming week. And I'm going to go over some of the setups that I took on stream and show you guys some of the results of my signals and how I trade each and every morning. Be right back right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so like I mentioned, we got about 2 minutes right before the Sunday open, so kind of curious here to see what kind of gap we might open up to the downside or to the upside. And again, I will update my weekly bands and my tradable levels on the ES and the NQ. And just want to go over some of the setups just from last week. For those of you that have been joining me, sorry, not that one, joining me on stream. Hopefully, you guys can see the power that these tradable levels have been having. So with that, we got about a minute and a half here before the market opens. So here we go. So let's just go over some of the setups. This one I left. Actually, I left this one with my Signal members on Friday afternoon after stream, for a short at the 26,118. Absolutely beautiful, perfect trade. A lot of people in my Signal service took this trade. TP1 and TP2 again. Like I always mention, very little drawdown, which is exactly, if you guys have been watching the stream, you've been watching the setups live, how I trade, this is exactly what I'm looking for on all of my trades. And just going to go through some of the setups here. Again, this was on the NQ. I believe this was on Friday. TP1, TP2 off of a long I called out at the 26053. Here was another one that ended up taking, I think it was just TP1 on this trade. So it was a little dicey on the S&P at the 6889. Let's see what else we got here. This was a beauty. TP1, TP2, 6880. This was a perfect call out. Took that one on stream. All right, markets are open, so I see everything flying off. Here's another setup on the NQ. A little bit more drawdown than I like to see, but nice TP1 and TP2 off of the setup at 26,273. And again, the difference, I think, the difference with what you'll see on my stream is you're seeing the setups, you're seeing how I come up with the setups and giving you the entry, the stops, the TP1 and TP2 way in advance of the actual entry. In most cases, sometimes, we don't have an hour before the entry hits, but in most cases, you've got enough time to, map them out on your charts and see if you guys want to take the same trades or not. It's I've been having a blast with it. I think that people on stream, okay, not such a crazy open. No super gap like it was last weekend. So with that being said, let's get into the tradable levels. I think I got the most stuff going on the NQ. So I will start with just adding, I think we got to add 2 new bands. So let me just get those up here. And our first band's going to be sitting at the 26,274 down to the 26,213. Okay, so that's going to be the band right above where price action currently sits. 26,274 down to 26,213. Again, if you're interested in getting a weekly report on my weekly bands and all my tradable levels, I provide that to you guys every single Sunday. So right after this video goes out, there's about 1,300 plus people on that list. And if you'd like to get it, all you have to do is go to my website. It's robstrades.com. Should pop up here on the screen. And right on the homepage, you'll just see name and email, and you will get that email once a week with my bands. So you can watch them here. You can get the email. I think it makes it super easy. And then our second band, let me make a copy here, and then second band is going to sit at, remember, these bands are going to be areas in the market that the market's going to have generally a very difficult time getting through. And typically to get through these bands, you're going to need some high impact news, some high impact headlines that might come out, or obviously multiple retouches of these bands to finally get through them. So this one's sitting at the 25,769 down to the 25,698. So this one should sit right below. There we go. So that's your updated band on the NQ. And then as far as tradable levels, so these are levels that you can scalp of. These are the same levels that I scalp off of on my live stream every single morning. Obviously, each day I'm finding 2 or 3 setups. So these are the setups that I see starting off on Sunday for you guys to look at for this week. And the first one is going to sit at the 25,749. Okay, so it's sitting right in this weekly band right here. Those are super powerful. Don't forget that band. You map these up on your chart and see how the market reacts to it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. 25,928 is our second tradable level. That's currently sitting right below where price action is at right now. And our third and final tradable level is going to sit at the 26,059. All right, so right above where price action is currently at. Now remember, Sunday opens are a little bit different. There was a small gap to the upside. So we want to see, I would say on this first tradable level, just try to be patient, see what price action is going to want to do here on this Sunday open. But all of these tradable levels, you should expect a really nice reaction to. Typically, I'm scalping 10 to 15 points on the NQ. These tradable bands, the weekly bands, will obviously give you a lot more. Even the tradable levels sometimes. I've shown you guys, they can originate 100-point moves with very little problem. So that is the NQ mapped out for this coming week. Again, if you want all of this in a very clean report, so you can just jot them down on your chart, go to my website, robstrades.com, and put your information in there, and you'll get that report. The SES is going to be actually super simple. I just need to add one band to the top side. Got some great movement this week. I mean, the market was just, for me, it was, as a volume-based trader, was moving extremely well. And we got a bunch of setups every day. I think we had about 2 to 4 setups that we were mapping out. Again, just having a blast. So right here, actually where price action just currently just came into, there is a new weekly band from the 69.19 down to the 68.79. And then as far as a new tradable level, just have one, fortunately. We do have a few down here that we'll go through, but our new tradable level is going to sit at the 67.51. which is going to coincide. Sorry, I know it's going to be a little tough to see with this band, but it's the 67.51. It's right at this top part of this new weekly band right here. So map that one out on your charts, and I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. We went through just an absolute shit ton of ES setups this week. So we did take A lot of this volume that's sitting up here has all already been balanced out. So unless we start to see some big price movements one way or the other, that's, as a volume-based trader, that's what I'm looking for, is unbalanced volume, and that's where I come up with my setups. Typically, my setups come with very, very little drawdown, which is how I really grade my trades. That's tough to say. Grade my trades. So that is the ES and the NQ mapped out for you guys. Like I said, if you guys, if you're looking, I think to if you guys are looking to have some fun early in the mornings, tune in at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. I'm on at the market open, and I go for about 2 hours on stream. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic week of trading, and I am sorry that I did not get my midweek review out, but I promise you guys one here this Wednesday. Programming note, I will not be live this coming Friday, but this entire week I will be live, but not on Friday. So once again, happy trading, everybody. Take care.